yo, 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 yo. Good morning, my people. Top of the top. It is the 27th day of June. It's Saturday, 7:30 a.m. And we must thank our Lord and Savior, the big fella upstairs, for always allowing us to be here. To thank him, to praise him, to honor him, to respect him, to just be blessed, thankful, and appreciated for seeing another day and knowing with him all things is possible. So respect to our higher power for that. Good morning to all my kings and queens. Anybody out there traveling this morning, might be on your way to work, you might be coming from work, or you could be in the bed still resting up because you have to get there, or you could be enjoying your off day. Whatever you are doing, whatever plans you have for the day, let's make sure that number one, we are safe getting to where we're going. Because no matter where you have to be or where you're coming from, what it is you have to do, safety comes first at all times. The more we keep that on our mind, the more we will have a safe and productive day and week. All right. So, shout outs to everybody out there. It's fight week, or fight day, I should say, or fight week, I should say. Well, we got some today and tomorrow. The big fights today. We're gonna get into that, but before we get into that, uh, everybody, please, that's coming in, smash that like button on your way in and on your way out. Let the people know that it's okay to come and subscribe to the channel. It's all right. I don't bite. We just like to talk boxing. We like to talk what's real. We don't talk fiction. We talk actually what's real. So don't be afraid. Come over and come kick it with us because we love to talk real boxing. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. So, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, newcomers, regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone. Excuse me, welcome to Duck Studios. Welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Good morning, my beautiful people. What's up, y'all? I could not show my face on this Saturday, but I said, yo, so good. All right. Okay, hold on. Let me take this off. Okay, now it's better. I'm up, ladies and gentlemen, when I should be asleep. I have to be to work a little earlier today than I usually would have to be. But I had to get up to do this. I try to stay consistent as much as I can when it comes to doing this. And today is the day that we all have been waiting for. We have literally been waiting for Javon Ennis versus Zayas. And it seemed like just about 2 months ago, sitting in the Barclays Center. Hold on, y'all. Something right. I'm sitting in the Barclays Center for the first press conference, and I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to June. And then now here it is. June comes already. And I'm like, oh damn, here it is. But that was before we knew who was on the undercard. When they start announcing people who were on the undercard, I'm like, oh my God. because I'm familiar with everybody. You know how y'all look at some undercards and y'all go, who the hell are these people? No. And the most interesting one to me is Popeye and Ben Whitaker. Never got to see him. This one, but I'm familiar with, with both. Um, so this is going to be interesting. I think Jihad Tucker probably opponent is the only one that I'm not familiar with. I don't believe I've ever seen him before, at least not that I know of. But I'm familiar with. So it's going to be dope to see all this because nobody really wants to. You know what it is too. We can't always have undercard where the faces are familiar. There's going to be times where you see an undercard and you're going to see some people that you're not familiar with. But every star or every fighter starts out like that where you're not going to know them. And then they build a name. It happened for a lot of fighters. Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, so many fighters back in the days. Not all of them started out being stars. So sometimes you're going to get an undercard where you're going to go, who the hell is this guy? Or who is this girl? And I don't know about watching them because I never heard of them. That's something that we gotta get out of. Like we always said, people deserve opportunities. So gotta keep that in mind. But this is a nasty undercard. And the Barclays Center is gonna be rocking tonight. Anybody attending the fight tonight, shout out to my man Trick Lote, who's here in New York. I seen you yesterday, Trick. As I watched the weigh-in, I watched it over. I seen you. I said, oh, "Look at my man Trick." I was looking for some other people, but I tell you what, when I looked into that crowd to see who media was, I just said, shaking my damn head, shaking my damn head. Because half of them people don't even look like they have even been at an event, as far as that. But whatever. Don't want to sound like a hater. Um, but shout outs to anybody who came from out of town. I know, like I said, the Barclays Center is going to be it's going to be rocking tonight. Um, I'm super excited. Uh, I'll be getting my snacks later for the fight. I can't wait. Uh, Watching everybody on the scale yesterday, everybody looked pretty much like they were ready to go. Um, Seemed like it was a dope weigh-in. You know what I mean? Wish I could have been there in the moment for it, but it is what it is. I'll catch the next one, July 26th. Zoo for boxing. I'll be in the garden. Rather if it's through credentials or me having a ticket, I'll be in the garden. Please believe that. Goddamn tea, I made it too hot. Jesus. You know, usually I drink my tea. I done made this too hot. Darn it. Um, I'm not breaking down no fights. I don't need to break down this boots and it doesn't matter how somebody tries to break it down or how they feel about it. Something special is going to happen in that ring tonight. I just don't want either fighter to get the credit taken away from them. No matter how Boots does it, let's say no matter how Xander does it, I don't want anybody to take the credit away from either one of them. We focus too much on how somebody's going to beat somebody, what they need to do to beat them. When we can say all that, but we're not in those camps to see what type of game plan they're coming up with to beat them. Because you could break down a fight all you want. That fighter might not go in there and necessarily do exactly what it is you say. Matter of fact, that fighter might go in there and do the total opposite of what you're saying. So, I don't want the credit to be taken away from Boots. I don't want the credit to be taken away from Xander. Which means by that, what do you mean about you don't want the credit to be taken away? No matter who loses tonight, not about who wins. No matter who loses, you can't take that away from them. Now, you can say I can because if they go in there and they possibly get stopped or get their ass knocked out, well, some of y'all are gonna do it. Some of you are waiting for it to happen so you can go jump online and say I told you so. I don't look at it like that. It happened to Earl Spence against Crawford, and I still want to see Earl Spence in action. That's why I can't wait for the Tim Zoo just to see. Good morning, y'all. Smash the like button, y'all. As y'all coming in. Appreciate y'all. Happy Saturday. Good morning to all. So, this is a card that I'm going to sit back tonight and I'm going to enjoy myself from the prelims to the main event. I had to watch the weigh-in twice yesterday because I was in the middle of getting close to Xander and Boots, and then my phone died, so I had to deal with that. And I said, "Oh no, not this." So being that I just went to watch it over, and watching everybody. And when they got the Xander and Boots, and I got to see them, some people say they changed their mind on who they're picking. And I don't understand why we always do this. We wait till we get to the weigh-in, and then we'll go, I'm changing my prediction. Sometimes changing your prediction is not changing necessarily who you think is going to win, but now you're changing how you think they're going to win. You know what I mean? Like you'll look at them and you go, yeah, I changed my mind. He's going to stop him. No, that's what I mean by that. Because I've done it before, so I'm guilty of it. I'm not gonna say like, yeah, I've done it. I've done it plenty of times. So I'd be like, I changed my mind on this. Kind of like when I saw Canelo and Jamel Charlo face to face at Palladium, and I looked. And for some reason, I picked Charlo. Oh, shouldn't have did that. At least not for that one. If I bet, I would have definitely, yeah. Glad I didn't do that. But it's boxing, right? Things happen. But Boots has the opportunity to do something special tonight. But Xander has a chance of doing something even more special tonight. Now, what can Xander do more special than Boots? Well, he can give Boots his first loss, and he can retain his titles. That's about it. That's about it. Boots has a chance of not only beating the young lad, but becoming another champion in another weight class. Now, that might just probably be just a little more important than Boots retaining his title and Xander retaining his title and giving Boots his first loss. Now that I think about it, yeah, it might be the other way around. But it's the battle of the undefeateds. Two young lions, 123, the other 128. And this is what we like. This is what we like when they're in their prime, because we didn't want it to be where it was like Virgil and Boots, where we're waiting 4, 5, 6 years and it's quiet. So it was best to get that out the way now. We need that. When you look at some Fedora, who's I think he's 27, 28. We waiting because the winner out of this, I'm sure Fedora. It would have been cool for Fedora to be at the Barclays Center tonight. You know, if I'm Fedora, I'm at the Barclays Center tonight because I'm getting in the ring with whoever the winner is. That's just me. I'm getting in the ring, but see, sometimes that getting in the ring, we've seen it happen, and not too many fights have happened after that. So I would like to see him. I would like to see Fedora, man. Sebastian, man. I don't know. You might be home in California watching the fight, man, but it sure would have been cool for you to pop up at the Barclays Center to get in with whoever the winner may be. Hold on. Let me check something. My notifications be tripping, and I don't know if my notifications be going out. So I want to make sure my notifications are going out. Some people will be like, "Yo, I didn't even know you was live," and I'm like, notifications be tripping. But anyway, um, yeah, it's not really much to go on as far as that. We're gonna sit back tonight and just see what goes on. Um, so I wasn't really looking at the fight. Excuse me, I wasn't looking at the weigh-in yesterday to see who was drained, who looked like they might have been. I know people were saying Xander looked a little out of it. I wasn't really checking for that. Usually we can see it, but I didn't check for that yesterday. I just looked and said, finally, it's here. It's happening. Um, we've been waiting on it. So I kind of looked over the, I looked over seeing who looked drained and who might look like, cause all that after a while to me, it's like, it's something that's a part of the game. I don't like when fighters kill themselves to make the weight. That's where the problem comes in. When fighters do that, they drain themselves. And we seen it. We seen Devin Haney do it with Lomachenko, Frank Martin with Tank, Daniel Jacobs. Trying to think who it was. It was a fight where he was looking a little out of it. We seen it a couple times where fighters have gone out their way, and this is why we try to tell you guys that's not in the gym, that don't know what these fighters go through, that you assume you know what they go through, and you don't know shit. That a lot of them struggle to make the weight. A lot of them are not struggling to make the weight um, because they don't want to go to no other weight. A lot of them are trying to accomplish something in that weight class before going to move on. That's the catch. A lot of fighters are struggle in that weight class, not because they don't want to move on, it's because they are trying to be great just at that weight class, accomplish something, then move on to the next weight. But what happens is your body tends to say, we don't have time for that. You did what you can do in this weight class. Now it's time to move on. Your body's going to let you know. Your mind and your heart might say something else, but it's time to move on. So it tends to happen where you could fight at 47, and let's just say you had 10 fights at 47. 10 fights is all you might have had at 47, if that, right? Now your 11th fight comes up. You go step on this, you It's time to fight. Go step on the scale. You're not coming in at 146 point or exactly at 47. You step on the scale and it goes 153 point. Oh shit. Oh, we got a problem. Got a problem. So you know when that happens, it's like, oh man, his opponent came in at 147, 147 or 146 point. He came at 153. You can only continue to keep dealing with a weight that doesn't accept you anymore. And I believe my brother D Free, we were up here talking about that a couple times, that you can only keep accepting. You can only keep dealing with a weight that doesn't want to deal with you anymore, and it's time to move on respectfully. So now 47 doesn't accept you anymore. You got to go to 54. When 54 doesn't accept you anymore, you got to go to 60. Um, you know, it just happens, and after a while, you get to a point where you ain't gonna have to worry about jumping weight classes, because after a while, it's gonna be like, look, maybe I need to chill, because everybody can't do it. When I see guys like David Benavidez do what he's doing, it takes me back to what Roy Jones is doing, what he did back in his time. There's only so many people that can do that. When you look at James Toney and look where he come from, nobody probably thought they'd see James Toney become a heavyweight, right? If you look at James Toney from back in the days, nobody probably thought he would become a heavyweight. Nobody saw it coming. What was Evander Holyfield? Uh, Light heavyweight, cruiserweight. Nobody probably thought they'd see him go on to do what he did as a heavyweight. He was pretty damn impressive, giving Mike Tyson his second loss. There's a lot of things he went on and did. So yeah, but everybody's body is not the same. Some people could fight at that weight and be fine with it, maybe not have no issues. Then you got some that might stay at that weight too long. So it could be a combination of a little bit of everything. But I'm super excited. Okay, there's too much light coming in now. I'm just super excited about tonight. That's it. I'm not one of those that want to come up here and break down. I mean, y'all been breaking down the fights for probably the last 2 months, 3 months, how Boots and Sanders is gonna go. At this point, I just want to see them get it on. Because we can do all the predictions we want. We can try to break it down the best way we know how. But we don't know what the game plan is. We can say, or we could assume what should happen or what this person should do. But that doesn't mean that that's the game plan, because we weren't in camp. So we don't know what will happen tonight. We have to see, could either one of them, take each other's powers, each other's shots. That's the thing. We don't know we don't know how they will react when one gets hit. Because I think a lot of y'all or assume, because you like a fighter, you will assume what they can take and what they can't take. Hold on, y'all. This is crazy. Yeah, but then when I do that, it's too much. So, all right, well, we got to do it this way. That window is like getting on my nerve right now. So anyway, yeah. So it's no need to go out and to try to do all that, man. Tonight, in my opinion, I'm just going to sit back as a fan. I still say I hate that it has to be Xander, but oh man, this is what I love about the sport. I'm not even upset that he's in this position. The kid deserves it. They both deserve it. I just don't want none of y'all to be doing what y'all do best, and that's complaining. Cause I swear on everything, that's what y'all gonna do. Y'all ain't gonna be happy with Bruce's performance. You're gonna swear up and down he could have got Xander out of there early and all this other shit that y'all like to do. Cause that's what y'all complain about. He should have did this. He should have did that. He should have did this. He should have did that. He should have did this. However he gets the win is how we get it, and that's for either one of them. It's not just for Boots. If Xander gets the win, however he gets it is how we get it. Oh, he could have got Boots out of there, or he should have did this more. However he gets it is how we get it. Um, a win is a win as long as there's no cheating involved. There's no dirty tactics. I don't look at neither one of them as dirty fighters. Now tonight it might get a little, in there because it's tension a little bit. But I never see neither one of them as dirty fighters, Boots or Xander, neither one, right? So it should be fair. And hopefully after the fight they could dap it up. I don't think the tension would be that bad where these men can't shake hands after the fight. I mean, it's not that serious, you know. So we'll see, man. What'll happen? Y'all can leave in the comment section or what y'all believe what'll happen tonight. And also leave in the comment section who you picking tonight. Not just him, but out of all the fights, even the undercards, who do you want to see win? Because I'm sure as much as y'all like the main event, there's got to be other people also on that card. Because mind you, when you paying for pay per views too, you ain't just paying for the main event. The main event is the main reason, but you also pay for a whole card, and this is a card that's worth actually paying for. So of course y'all know tomorrow we have Zuffa Della Santos El Rayo. I talked about it yesterday, but rematches tomorrow. Zuffa, right? Star boxing tonight. Paramount Theater, Long Island. Shout out to my man Pete, my man Voodoo. Would love to be there to see him in action, but it's all good. We also got an amateur show, also in Long Island. So Long Island's gonna have some boxing tonight, pro and am. I don't even understand how they're gonna be able to see Boots and Xander tonight. They got so much going on today. Jesus, man, I can't do all that as much as I. If there was an amateur, listen, if there was any amateur shows today, they shouldn't be tonight. Because tonight the focus is gonna be at the Barclays Center, rather if you at the building or if you at home. So, Jesus, I hope anybody who's doing the amateur fight, I hope it's anywhere between 1 to 3 o'clock, maybe, or possibly even 4 o'clock, because today is a wrong day. So, it's a wrong, wrong, wrong day, and everybody's definitely going to want to get home. Some people are not going to care. about the prelims. Some people are just like, yo, I'll go on a replay and watch it, but I need to catch the main event. So I think that's what everybody's thriving to see is the main event. But I'm not missing nothing. I'm trying to catch the whole thing. So won't be no shows for me today. It'll be work, and then I'll be home. Please, anybody who's going out tonight to see it, man. Even if you're going to a bar, and if you just happen to be going to the Barclay Center, but I mean bar, and I don't mean bar like the Barclay Center too. If you're actually going to a bar in the lounge, you're going to watch the fight tonight. Just be careful. That's all I ask. Be very safe out there. If you're going to the Barclays tonight, yeah, be careful. Because you're gonna have a bunch of idiots, especially in there. The Barclays Center, as much as I love it, there's always a bunch of idiots in there who are not in there for the right reasons. So just make sure you okay, I see myself. Okay, I see now. Sorry, I had to fix my lighting. Just make sure you're in there tonight. Have you some fun. Have you a couple beers, some alcohol. Get you something to eat because you got to feed the alcohol. Don't some of y'all try to be over drunk. Don't overdrink yourself. Just go in there tonight and have fun, man. It's history. Fights like this. Let me tell you what I love about boxing. It's fights like this where it's all memories. When you taking pictures, when you're doing videos. That's why I love being in the media and all that because when you get to sit back and remember all this because all this is just it's memories. Where were you when Jerron, Bruce Ennis, and Xander Zayas fought? Um, it's just all memories, man. Where were you with Tank and Tank and excuse me, when Shakur and Lopez fought? Teofimo Lopez. Where were you when Danny Garcia retired? Were you there? Were you there when Miguel Cotto retired? Stuff like that. Where were you when Zab Judah and Miguel Cotto fought? This is the stuff that I'm giving you. Sean Porter, Danny, like certain stuff like that was important to me. For me to witness a lot of that. For me to witness Crawford and Spence, the press conference, just just to be a part of that. I've been blessed. Oh, to be a part of Boots and Xander press conference, the first one. So what? I didn't get in the Barclays Center tonight or for the other time, just to be a part of that. Enough said. So these moments are very special. They mean a lot. It's not about so much as taking pictures or doing the recording, because I never ask for autographs when I go. I don't do that. That's just me. I don't do it. Because a lot of the stuff that they sign off sometimes, they think that, and they are correct, that people are going to take it and sell it and put it on. But me, I'm not selling anything. Certain things are just not replaceable, so nothing I sell. I'm going to show y'all one day. I got a whole catalog of stuff that I've held. So yeah, it's not replaceable. But these moments are very important when I go and I'm able to get footage and I'm just able just to sit back and be like, hey man, I was there. Good morning to my D&B brother D Free.
I'm good.
What's up with my sis, man? What's up with the family?
She's getting dressed. Gotta get ready to go to work.
Yo, man, let me tell you something. You tell Vicky I said she can go to work all she wants to, but if she come up here with no damn energy in her because she want to work all the time, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be a pain in her ass.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she got to work today. and then she's doing a double shift tomorrow.
Hey, she got to work for the 4th of July too?
Yep, she picked up
Damn.
a double shift for the Fourth of July because she thought we was gonna have the grandkids with us, so she wanted them to see the fireworks, but they're going somewhere else because from her building we got a on the rooftop they always have a fireworks party on the rooftop because they got a clear line of sight at the fireworks. We like two
Okay.
blocks from the monument.
I gotta come out there and see how they do for the 4th, man. I mean, New York is all right, but when you get tired of being here for the 4th, like a lot of out of town people be thinking, yo, this is the best place to be. But when you've been in New York all your life, man, I don't be giving a damn about 4th of July here. Because now you gotta, when you in the hood, 4th of July is different here than what it is when you go down to Manhattan. You know what I mean? When
Yeah,
you go to Manhattan, there's certain shit they ain't gonna tolerate, right? And then how these youngins are set up this year is just gonna be like a year of, oh my God, people are gonna be all over the place in the city. That's why I didn't want to be here. I wanted to be out of town, but somewhere I wanted to be somewhere different that I ain't never experienced. Um, I'm gonna try Atlantic City next year and see how that would be. You know what I mean? Just to be in the hotel and watch the fireworks from there. Something different, man. You gotta try something different. Sometimes the same routines are boring. Okay, Free, we're here, brother. 2 months ago, we talked about this. We've been talking about it recently, but the talk is over. Like they say, the wait is over. We here now, brother. Xander Zayas, Jerron Businis, this is over, baby. It's over now. We here. We here, man.
the talking is over.
The talking is over, man. Um, so question, and this is something that we always bring up because this is how we make our predictions sometimes. Sometimes we could be right, sometimes we could be wrong. I'm sure you got to get the glance at the weigh-in and see what both gentlemen look like. Somebody said to me, Xander had looked a little drained. I didn't really glance at him like that to really look at that part. I was just more into it like, okay, the time is now. They're fighting. Um, when he was up there, what did you see?
Both those guys look good. Nobody looked drained. Nobody
Yes,
looked.
that's why I was like, I don't know what somebody was talking about. I said maybe I need to go back and look at it again. Maybe it was something that I'm missing.
No, Xander's eyes. He didn't look drained. The reports of him having a hard weight camp. I don't know how true they are, but he didn't look like he was drained or anything like that. Actually, Jerome Buchanan looked like he was bigger than Xander's eyes when they had the ceremonial weigh-in.
Oh Jesus!
His shoulders was bigger, his chest was bigger. Xander's eyes don't really have a chest like that, uh, yeah. So we can only go by the ceremonial weigh-in. We didn't see the actual weigh-in because they did it that morning,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
both guys made weight. So, but I didn't see nobody that looked like they was drained. But we don't know. Like I said, only the people that was there for the actual weigh-in know what Xander's eyes looked like for the
yeah,
actual weigh-in because the weigh-in that we saw, which was ceremonial, that was like 3 or 4 hours later.
yeah. Which that's another thing that people got to realize that that's not the first weigh-in. There's a weigh-in before that. Um, and I don't know if a lot of people know that. Um, so for the people who don't know that, there's actually a weigh-in before that weigh-in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, which a lot of times some fighters already know if they made weight or not. Some of them know already. I told y'all, some of them know before they step on the damn scale. They know. They know
oh yeah.
already. Y'all think that them dudes wake up the day of the weigh-in and just say, hey, man, I've been in camp all this time and I've never bothered to check my weight. Oh, you know what? Today's a good day to go check my weight. No, man. Them dudes always checking their weight. And they'll know if they made it or not. That's why if you look at some of their responses when they don't make weight, it's like, yeah, well, all right, so what? I didn't make the weight. Fine me. Big deal. I can't make this weight no more. I can't make it no more. And I have accepted that I couldn't make it no more. So if I get fined, oh well, I'll get fined. I can't make the weight, and I'm not going to kill myself to try to make it. No, so I respect that. I don't want to pay the fine though, but you got to pay it. That's why it's important to make the weight because I don't want to be throwing away the free money that I don't have to throw away. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's almost like paying a yeah, well, it's the same thing. It's like paying the ticket, a parking ticket. Shit, I don't want to pay that shit if I don't have to.
right,
So
right,
I'm gonna try not to get one.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try not to get one. Like in New York, when you hop the bus or hop the train, depends on what you got going on. If you ain't got no warrant or nothing, you're all right. You ain't going in. You're gonna get a ticket for that, and you're gonna get a fat ass ticket because that ain't no small price neither. You're gonna get a fat ass ticket. I don't want to get that. I don't care how much money I got. Just because I got $1 million on me, that doesn't mean I can just go around paying tickets. I don't want to just be throwing money away that don't need to be thrown away. If it's used for a good purpose, that's something different. You know what I mean? So yeah. Um, what you thought about everybody else that stepped up there? Emilio, Jihad Tucker. I mean, what did everybody? Because that's probably the first weigh-in that I might have saw that everybody looked like they was good to go.
Yeah, no, everybody looked good. I didn't see nobody that looked drained or looked extremely small or anything like that. Everybody looked good. I think it's going to be a good card. Um, we're going to see. I just for some reason I just think Jahai Tucker is going to get beat. I'm
Oh
rooting
well,
for Jahai Tucker, but I think Jahai Tucker is going to get stopped.
you know what? I was in the comment section when it was going on. I think the press conference, not the weigh-in, because I didn't see the weigh-in live. I had to wait till after because I was working. But when they was at the press conference, there was about 10 people in the comment section that know something that we obviously don't know about this guy because they're like, "Yo, Jahai gonna get his ass whipped." And I'm looking in the comments like, "Wait a minute, who the hell is this guy?" That 10 of y'all are like, "Yo, I've seen him." One guy in the comments was like, "I've seen dude before."
Yeah, I think I watched them. I watched them fight like 3 or 4 fights. I watched like 3 or 4 of his fights before they had that final press conference. And I have already seen Jahad Tucker, so I didn't have to go back and look at Jahad Tucker. But I went to go look at him because I never seen him before. When I saw his name, I was like, "Who?" And I heard Thomas say he's a good fighter. So I was like, let me go watch him. And I watched like three or four of his fights, and I was like, I don't know about Jahad Tucker in this fight, dog. This is a true fight for Jahad Tucker because Jahad Tucker has those moments where he leaves his guard down, and this dude he can box and he can punch. And I mean, I think he got what 17 wins, 16 knockouts, or something like that. I think only
Yeah,
one of his fights was the distance.
yeah. Um, when Jahad fought Lorenzo Truck Simpson, I didn't know how to feel about that, right? I said, this is gonna be a good one, but I always looked at Lorenzo Truck Simpson like this kid is pretty good. I'm like, damn, this might be a tough one for Jahad. This might go bad.
Yeah,
And then he beats him. And I'm like, oh shit, Jahad beat him. Oh, okay.
I would I wouldn't be surprised if Jahad beats him. It's just I think I'm looking at this
He
dude
gonna go through
might
hell though. He gonna go through
yeah
hell because that guy looks like. And there was a couple of people. There was a coach that texted me yesterday. He said, "Let me tell you something. I know Jahad personally, and I like him." But he said, "I don't like this for him."
like
I said, "Well,
like
damn, somebody gonna tell me something about this guy. I don't know, because there's about 10, 11 people saying they like this is gonna go bad for him." And I said, "Well, damn, maybe I need to do my research. Maybe I
yeah,
need to go look this guy up today."
the reason why I say I think Jahai is going to get stopped is because I think that final press conference, Jahai Tucker looked too emotional. He wasn't what he normally do. He was out of character. The dude got him out of character, and the dude wasn't really saying much. He was just saying what guys normally say in a press conference, but for some reason, Jahai Tucker he don't like the dude, or he felt like he had to impress the crowd. Maybe because it's in Brooklyn. I don't know. Maybe because it's in
Yeah.
Brooklyn, he's trying to put on for the crowd. But I'm like,
So
you
you
want
think
to
you think
emotional. You gonna walk in
do you? I mean, this is a simple ass question, but you think he showed a lot of nervous energy?
Yeah, it could be that too. And somebody else said that when we was watching it live on Cam J. Somebody else said that they was like Jahad Tucker looked like he nervous, and I said the same thing. I was like, yeah, he looked like he nervous. He's talking a lot, and he's being emotional. And I'm like,
Yeah, because
I don't know if it's gonna go well for Jahad.
when he said I'm ready to fight right now, I said, well, damn, Jahab. I'm like,
Yeah,
what, you all right, bro? I said, shit, he ready to
that's why
fight now.
and that's when I said, yeah, he's been too emotional. When he said that, I was like, yeah, he's too emotional. He's like, don't talk to me unless you're ready to fight right now. And dude started laughing at him. I'm like, yeah, Jahad Tucker might be in for a rude awakening.
This will probably be this biggest moment for Jahad. Not so much just the fight, but the arena. The borough of Brooklyn. So he know his people will be coming out. So it's a lot riding on him. Um, yeah, man. That's why when people go, fighters shouldn't be nervous, they're fighters. Well, you tripping if you think that's true.
Like,
You're
and
tripping if you think that's true.
that's the thing. That lets you know the experience of a fighter when they get out of character because they in front of their home audience. You like, okay, they're not ready for this moment because they're doing things they don't normally do. If you if you've been in that moment before or you've been on a big stage before, you're not going to say and do things that you don't normally do unless you have a real personal issue with the individual. If it's a real personal issue, then you do and say things differently because it's personal. But most guys, when they're in front of their home crowd, they do things and say things that they don't normally do because they're trying to put on for the home audience. And I think that's when Jahad Tucker and maybe he probably don't see it, but his trainer and his those guys in his corner need to let him know, hey, look, go in here with a clean head. Don't go in here emotional because you're gonna mess around and walk into something. Being emotional and trying to put on for your home team, you're gonna mess around and walk into something. You try to impress the home crowd. Fight your fight. Don't do don't fight outside of what you normally do.
Yeah. Um, this is why they tell you it's levels to this.
Yeah,
When
what
you're
it
not
do?
used to when you're not used to, first of all, not just fighting in your hometown, free. When you ain't used to fighting in a certain, when you're not used to fighting in front of a certain amount of people. Now, Barclays Center ain't the biggest venue in New York, but it ain't about. It's about I've never fought in front of these many people, and I'm fighting in my home turf, right? Um, it's a lot riding. It's a lot of pressure. It's levels to it.
Yeah.
Um, you hear guys like Tank say it all the time. When certain guys get into positions and they go, "Hey man, I've been here before." You hear Devin say it. I've been here before. He hasn't. I don't have to get used to nothing because
Right.
I've been here before. I've been here before. And when you've been here before, it's you're a little more laid back. But when you haven't, it was nervous energy. You know, you start acting out. Like people could say, "Well, didn't Shakur do the same thing to T.O.?" I said, no, 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 no. I said, that was a difference. He was being disrespectful. He was saying shit. It was different. But then you see what Shakur went out there and did. So Shakur wasn't showing nervous energy. It's just that T.O. was just saying a lot of shit that, you know what I mean, that he shouldn't have been saying. And you see he paid for it. So no, it's not. He wasn't showing nervous energy. You'll know when a fighter is not being their self. T.O.'s always
Shakur
like that.
did.
So
Shakur did.
we're not looking at T.O. like what's wrong with him when he says something or does something because that's normal behavior. You know when a guy's being him, and when you're like, yo, what's wrong with this dude today, man? You know,
And that's what
he did different today.
Shakur didn't know how to respond because Tio was saying some wild stuff.
That's what
Tio
I'm
was like,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
somebody
he
somebody
said up there
saying
talking about,
some
he
wild
said,
and crazy stuff.
yeah,
How do
he
you
up there,
respond to that? You want to say the same thing? I mean, what's up with dude?
yeah, look, he's up there talking about his nuts and all that. It's cool. Like, what you talking about, bro? Like, what?
We
Like,
do I need to talk to the commissioner and the promoter again because I thought I was going into a boxing matchup. You got like we going to the bedroom.
listen, it was bad for us because we sitting there live, like, huh? Like, I'm sitting next to media dudes. They like, what's up with him today? I said, y'all know how he is. Y'all know Lopez is extra. I don't even know why this is a surprise to y'all. Don't worry about it. I said, Shakur take care of him. I said, he gonna cook him up real nice. Don't worry. But yeah, you could tell the nervous energy or when somebody, you know what I mean? I mean, he could very well go out there and beat the dude, but what he doesn't want to bring to the fight is his emotions.
Yeah,
Because that could work against you. You go in there trying to you can literally get knocked out trying to knock somebody out. We don't want that.
yep,
So hopefully somebody has talked to him and just be like, yo, relax, bro. Relax. Because all that stuff you did on that stage is not bothering dude. He not worrying about that. That's why he laughing. So
well,
I think sometimes it's hard to tell a fighter how to react when they never really been in a big position like that. Um, it's a lot riding on him. I was glad that Jahai even got this opportunity because he deserves it. Now he's going to have to show that. He's going to have to show that. And
yeah,
hopefully this will open the doors for him to get more opportunities. Um, because one thing about this sport, free,
uh-huh,
one thing about this sport, man, um, you gotta to stay around, to be successful, to keep getting opportunities, you gotta show these promoters something. You gotta be able to put asses in seats. Cam J Network, what's up, my guy? Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother Cam J Network. Another show that I love going to watch, man. Cam is probably one of the most hardest working dudes. I see you went live, I think, again yesterday, Cam. I didn't get to check it because I was tired as shit. But if y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. Yo, Cam, drop your link, my guy. Um, if you don't show and prove, free, you pretty much don't stay around long, man. And I mean that's with anything. That's with any job. That's with a regular 9 to 5. But I've been noticing that you really have to be about something. And as fans, we do count for something, right? I,
right,
I had to think about this the other day, Free. You know why as media and as regular fans, why we all count? Because the first thing, what are you gonna hear promoters say? He's gotta be or she's got to be able to put asses in seats.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So we do count. I'm never saying as fans we don't count or as media we don't count. But if you don't put asses in seats and nobody's talking about coming to see you, what good are you? You know, ain't no one coming to see you, Otis.
right,
You got to be able to put asses in seats. And when the math ain't mathing, which what I mean by that is when ticket sales are not looking the way they should be looking, or nobody's really talking about you, or nobody cares to see you, how long you think a promotional company is going to hold on to you free before they just say, you know what, it's been real, but this ain't working out.
yeah. And that's the thing that I was saying to an individual yesterday on Cam J, and he said the Puerto Ricans are not behind Xander like that. I'm like,
Oh
what?
damn!
What are you talking about? I'm like, no, you must never watch Xander Zayas fight. You definitely haven't been in none of Xander Zayas fights. I'm like, the Puerto Rican fans are 100% behind Xander Zayas. He's the next
Well,
superstar the next Puerto Rican superstar once Amanda
I don't. Maybe he's talking about the ones where he from, but not here in New York. They behind the 100%.
Man,
They behind the 100% here.
if there's any Puerto Rican fans that watch boxing, 9 times out of 10, they're behind Xander Zayas.
They gonna look. They gonna be in the Barclays Center free. They gonna be in the Barclays Center like this tonight.
Right. What other big time Puerto Rican fighter do they have outside of Amanda Serrano? The next big superstar Puerto Rican fighter they have is Xander Zayas.
I want to go back to Puerto Rican fighters from back in the 80s, maybe further than that before I could think. I can't think of none from the 80s right now. But if you dig to the 80s, to the 90s, when Trinidad came in, and there's a couple of other Puerto Rican fighters besides Trinidad. I know Trinidad is the one that we always talk about, but there was other ones too that came in. But so then when you looked up, Free, 2000, 2001, you had Miguel Cotto come in. And of course you had Kermit Cintron. You had a few others come in, right? We ain't going to discredit a lot of other ones. Then you looked up. When you looked up, Danny Garcia came. So when Danny Garcia came in, there was a few others that came in, and then let's fast forward and you look up, we got Xander Zayas. So it's like it's the next one. Every time one steps down, there's another one that steps up. So, but for him to say that the Puerto Rican fans ain't behind Xander, I don't know what city he's from, but in New York they behind him. I don't know what he talking about.
That man,
they behind him.
He's from a small town with a hut because what he's talking about. I'm like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
He said a small town with a hut. Seafood, we see you. What up, Seafood?
How you doing, bro?
Yo, you stupid, Free. You stupid.
I haven't seen a Puerto Rican fan yet that haven't said that they wasn't behind Xander Zayas.
Even if they felt like, let's just say this, I'm not saying what they thinking, even if they felt like Xander had no chance, you think they gonna still be behind him? When you get in that building tonight, it's gonna be Puerto Rican flags all over that building. It doesn't matter how it turns out. He could get stopped, he could get knocked out, but one thing I'm gonna say about Puerto Ricans, they gonna stick by their fighter. Win, lose, draw, they're gonna. We the only ones that be like, yo, he washed up, he done. Get him out of here. And it's like, damn, bro, it was only one fight.
What? Like,
shit crazy.
Puerto Rican fans are like Mexican fans. They're like Filipino fans. They like the UK fans. They get behind their fighters. Like, even though Oscar Collazo fights at a minimum weight, well, his last fight was at 112, but he fight at a small weight. He still gets support of the Puerto Rican fans.
Of course.
He don't get as much support as Xander Zayas gets because he's not as known as Xander Zayas, but he gets support of the Puerto Rican fans. So like I don't like I said, I don't know what he was talking about. I'm like, no, you don't even know what you're talking about. He was like, oh, Xander Zayas, I said, no, do you know how many people came to his last fight? He was like, it was in Puerto Rico. That's part of the U.S.
Listen,
I'm like, it was in Puerto Rico. What are you talking about?
All he has to do is go back and look at the weigh-in. Go back and look at the weigh-in when all the fans was in the crowd. How many Puerto Rican flags was in the crowd? That's all he got to do. That whole Barclays Center was filled outside with Puerto Rican flags. All he got to do is go back to the video. That's all he got to do.
I'm like, dog. He put 18,000 in the stadium in Puerto Rico. Ain't that many people?
18,000 is crazy. Jesus, that's crazy.
People ain't putting 18,000 in the daggone stadium in the U.S. and they U.S. fighters.
Yeah. Hey, Seafood, I'm hoping one day you'll have a fighter that can fill up 18,000 seats. My man Seafood gonna have that one day. I just don't know who it's gonna be with, but he gonna get that one day.
I hope so too, because that's a nice tall. That's a tall order to fill, bro.
What 18,000? What does seafood Madison Square Garden holds? No, Barclays Center holds like about what?
About that, about something like that.
About 20,000. About 20,000, maybe
Yeah,
if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah,
Well,
like
the
20,
big theater does.
like
Okay, the
20,
big
21.
that's what yeah, the big theater, right? Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So even if you fill 18,000 out of 20,000, that's still pretty goddamn good.
yeah.
Just
I
saying.
mean, yeah, I mean, you got to think about the popularity of the fighters just based on promotion. Even though people are hating on, there's some slight haters on Boots. Trying to make it Philly like Philly's a different entity or a different or how they do Puerto Rico. All Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's part of the United States, bro. Like, why are you treating it any different? But the
Yeah.
the thing is, I found out the weigh-in that they have aired is not the true weigh-in. There's
No.
the weigh-in is 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I heard Zayas look like he was drained, bro. Like he looked
That's what
whatever.
that's what we were just talking about. We were saying that
Yeah,
people were saying that he looked drained. I can't say because I wasn't there 9 o'clock. I wasn't there for any of it. I only saw him when he
nah,
stepped on the main when he stepped
I
on the
got
main stage. When he stepped on the main stage, I really couldn't see what people were talking about. He looked like to
yeah.
me he was good to go.
No, that was fighter. That's after the IV and the rehydration. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
um, Jandon looked a little depleted, but he didn't look like that for the media part of the weigh-in. So, my man from Fight Hype told me that. He said, "Yo, he looked real drained." Eric was there too.
Yo, tell Eric, listen. Tell Eric to mind his business. He ain't got no business going to that weigh-in, man. You tell him I said that.
Yo, like I said, him and Bozy Ennis is real cool. So he definitely would support him, and they're
Hey,
gonna be a
there
good
she
fight
go.
tonight.
The hardest
So,
working woman in the DMV. Oh damn, they disappeared. You tell Eric to stop trying to be sneaky. He just going over to the Barclays Center because he's trying to find his next star. Tell him to knock it off. I know his.
yeah.
I know what he's doing. Tell him to knock it off.
Yo, I keep telling everybody the next star is always in the hood.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't need Eric going over to the Barclays Center threatening people to work with him. I don't need him doing that. I don't need him putting fear in people's heart. Tell E to knock it off, man.
Yo, listen. Yeah, Eric's a funny dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
we was in the gym bugging out last night, but it's just that he's trying to convince me to go to the Barclays Center, and I'm like,
what?
I don't know, bro. Him and Johnny Boy, they was asking me to, see, pull up. Like, come on, man, let's go,
See,
because
you know what I
they
notice,
going to the
people?
gym.
People want to have a good time, but they want to have an even more good time with you.
No, I feel you. I just don't like the Barclays Center. I never liked the Barclays Center.
I'll tell you when what put fear in me with the Barclays Center when Tank and Rolly happened, and that the gate that's outside that they have that you got to
Yeah.
walk through. When that shit fell and somebody was like, "Shots fired," the whole crowd dispersed.
Yeah, I mean, Barclays
I
Center is
said,
a
"Oh,
really, really open space, and to
man,
me, there's not enough police that can, calm down the chaos. And this is gonna be real big over
oh,
there.
it's
This is
gonna be
gonna be
real
real
big."
big.
Everybody thought T.O. and Shakur was big. That ain't gonna be nothing compared to this tonight.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
fools, a lot of emotions. Far as in the crowd, a lot of emotions. People gonna bring their emotions, right?
yeah, for sure.
Me, I just want to see a good fight and make it out the building safe. That's why I ain't got no problem with watching it at home tonight. Cause I ain't got time to be looking for a back door to run out of. I ain't got time for that. I ain't doing all that.
I'm
So
not going.
if people gonna get their emotions involved, there's no point in going. Is that Vicky? Hello there, sis. My good old sis.
Good morning.
The hardest
Oh,
working woman. Hey, D Free, man. Why don't you not let Vicky go to work today and go take her out to eat or something, man? Why don't you do that, man? Make yourself useful, Free.
I can't do that because she's the one that picked up this shift. So I
Oh
gotta
damn.
take her to work.
Oh damn.
Anytime she work extra shift is because she picked it up. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Oh damn. That's a hard working woman, man. They don't make her supervisor, man. I swear, I'm gonna go to her job and complain
She
my
don't.
damn self.
They don't. They offer her supervisor positions like 4 times. She don't want it. She don't want to deal with those people.
Damn. Vicky said she ain't got time for that shit. I feel her. I feel her. I feel her.
She been
I
she
should.
been a
I,
supervisor before.
I don't want to see her tase nobody. I don't want to see her having to, mace nobody. I don't want to have to see her doing none of that. I don't even want to see that. I don't want to see it.
Now
I
they've
should.
been trying to get her to be supervisor for this daggone site probably since like her second or third year being there.
I tell you
She
what,
was
if you want the bar a seafood, you want the Barclays Center to be safe tonight, give Vicky to work it. I guarantee you they won't think about fighting in that bitch. They ain't think about fighting. All she gotta do is pull that man. Listen, she pull that taser out. Believe me, I guarantee you the whole crowd
Yeah,
disperse.
yo, listen. I would be her assistant supervisor with a taser locked and loaded, and I would always keep it out of my pocket the whole time. What you say? What you want, boss? Boss, I got you. Bam! Hey, I wouldn't even hesitate.
I
Hey,
keep it out of my host.
Or I keep it out the whole stuff. Yeah, mess whatever you want to, bro. Y'all will tase your ass.
I keep one of the holsters.
I'm gonna keep it on the extra long burn, like
Yo, Yo, but I'm not gonna lie. That's why when fights break out in the Barclay, I've literally watched them and they be struggling to break up fights. I'm like, yo, y'all better start having some mace on y'all or
yo.
something.
You remember some of these guys, some of these people who fight in this big crowd. If you really look at it, these guys cannot fight, bro.
No,
It makes me think like, yo, how are you a threat fighting like that?
it don't matter what borough. It don't matter what borough they come from, especially when they drunk. They be swinging on the people they with.
Yeah, the
How
swinging
you swinging? How
situation
you
is
swinging
crazy.
on the person you with? I'm with you, but you swinging on me. I thought you was one of them. Fool, you know what I look like. Like the
Yeah.
fuck?
I seen a TV jumping situation where 3 guys are jumping on one guy, but 3 guys, all 3 of those guys was missing that one guy, but they all on top of yo. That was
At the
so
Barclay?
pathetic, bro.
At the
I was
Barclay?
like, no, just in a group fight. They was in
Oh,
Manhattan.
oh.
Pathetic, bro. These dudes is horrible fighters,
Because
bro.
these dudes get drunk, seafood, not to make excuses, but they get drunk, and all of a sudden, when everybody get drunk, they Superman. Everybody
It
can
was
fight when
yeah.
everybody can fight when they drunk. And I just look at them, I'm like, you know how stupid you're making yourself look, and you're gonna go viral for looking stupid.
Yeah. And then
You
somebody
know what I
bust a
mean?
cap in it, and somebody bust a cap in, and they all dispersed and ran.
Yeah, because a lot of these dudes that can't just go and have a good time. Go have a good time. This is why when I have Tiffany with me, I'm going out to have a good time. If we can't have a good time in public, we just not gonna go out.
Right.
I'm not going nowhere to fight. I'm
No,
not doing it.
sometimes it can happen, but I just like I said, but my boy flew in from Florida, and he's dying for me to go, bro. And I'm like, yo, I know if I go there, it's gonna be problems. It's not even that it won't be a problem. It's just that as soon as something happened, I already know there's gonna be so many of us. That's why I don't want to go to the Barclays Center. Like, come on, see, we gonna have a trip. We're gonna be nah, bro. I know what that means. You ain't gotta tell me twice. I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
my taser though. Go with the taser and buzz them to death.
yeah, man. It's a lot. Nobody wants to go through that, especially when it's such a great fight. But a lot of these fools get in there thinking that they after a couple drinks, they start thinking they the fighters.
Yo, listen, another fight that I heard about was John Tucker fight. I heard
Yeah.
that this guy he's fighting is a really good fighter. So I'm
Yes, he
looking forward to
is.
see that. Yeah, I'm looking forward
Now,
to see that one too.
not only is he a good fighter, but he's a knockout artist. This dude,
Yeah.
only one of his fights went the distance. Dude
Wow.
he can box and he got power. I'm like, I don't know about this one with Jahad Tucker. And Jahad Tucker looked real emotional in that final press conference. I'm like,
He's very
all right,
emotional.
you better go in there with a clear head. You go in that joint being emotional, you're gonna walk right into something. You
Right.
just sitting there laughing at Jahad Tucker like, man, you a little too emotional. You want to fight right now. We
Well,
got to
that's
fight
one.
him
You know, one
24
thing I
hours.
noticed. I tell you, there was something I noticed about being around seafood. One thing you ain't about to do is be emotional and start
Nah,
doing too much.
you doing too
Because
much,
the
bro.
first thing he gonna say is, "Bro, what's wrong with you?
Right.
Nah,
You
I'm
good?"
gonna be honest with you. I don't even want to put myself into situations where I could possibly fight because I know me. I'm quick tempered. I don't like the BS. I really don't. I'll set it off fast. I'll be the first one to set it off. My crew knows that I'm like that, and that's the reason why, and there's other guys in my crew like that. I wouldn't want to do it. I told them I want to go and see the fight as a fan. I really want to be a fan for this particular thing because I think it's a very important thing
Yeah,
upcoming
It
for
is.
future fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really want to
yeah.
enjoy it. I don't want to be worried about
Listen,
everybody named
somebody,
Mother. You know what I'm
somebody,
saying?
somebody said they had a ticket for me, and you would be amazed that I turned it down
You
because I'm
moving
like, I'd
out?
rather be home. Bro. I'd rather be home. They had a ticket for me. Come on, McLean, you gonna miss
No,
out on this? Sometimes
I
being
got
home, sometimes it's better to be home. I'd rather be home to watch it. I don't feel like going through all the extra shit tonight. I just don't.
right.
I don't feel like
That's
I
what
don't
I
feel like
said.
it.
I don't want to
And I got to think about coming home late night because the trains are gonna run local. Tonight's not the night for that. I'm just not up for that. I'm not up for that. Nah,
me
I'm not up
neither,
for that.
bro.
They didn't accept me as media. I'm good. I'll
Oh
stay home
no.
and play. Yeah, that's the
Why
reason
they turn
why.
you down?
It happens. It ain't just me. They turned down. Let me tell you something. They turned down a lot of big channels. It happens. It's a part of the game. Sometimes you're gonna get more no's than yes. Sometimes you might get more yes than no's. I don't get discouraged because I've been a part of a lot of big events. But you're not gonna get yes all the time. See, what you
Uh,
call to get yes all the time because who he's affiliated with. He's affiliated with Fight Hype. That's why he gets yeses all the time.
oh, okay.
But see, me, I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to team up with nobody. I'm not working for no. I'm not going to work for nobody. I'm going to stay me. That's just me. I'm not
And I
knocking
was about
him,
to say,
but I'm going to stay me.
Yo,
that too. Like he got multiple workers that work for Fight
Yeah.
Hype. So it's not just
Yes.
him. So maybe
right.
Yes.
he might get turned down, but somebody else going to get approved, or that
Yes.
person might get turned down, but another
Yes.
person to get approved. So he always
Yes.
got somebody that's going to be there because
You
one
always
of them
got
is going
somebody.
to get
That's why
approved.
when you look up, that's why when if you look up at Fight Hype and you go when it's an interview, you go, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, but I didn't I never heard I never thought media gets turned down. I
Yes,
thought they
it
always
happens.
were.
Oh
It
yeah,
happens. Let me tell you
they
something.
get,
When they did Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, you know how many big channels that's way bigger than me that's been doing it longer than me? I get to the door and okay, I'm not on the list. All right, cool. I'm not tripping. But then I look behind me and so many of these other guys are not getting it. And I'm like, what? This is crazy. Like, I think Champside did it. And I'm like, Champside didn't get it? Hold on, wait a minute. Something ain't right about this. What? So it happens. It happens. It happens to the best. It ain't just low budget channels. It don't matter how big your channel is, man. But then that's the reason why we have the phone numbers of these people that's in charge of the credentials. And this is why Seafood, we always say networking is very important because you got to build relationships with these people. So when there's an issue, you could talk to them or you could let them know ahead of time that fight that's coming up next month. Yeah,
Right.
I'm interested in working it. Okay, I'm gonna
Yo,
remember you. Just give me your information, and I'll make sure when it comes up, I got you. It's important to build relationships.
yeah, no, I feel you on that. Yo, but one thing I will say, I want to say this before I forget about Jahai Tucker. Jahai Tucker's a very, very good boxer. Like he knows how to go in and out on the most of the like we was having this talk yesterday. Most Dominican fighters, back in the day, they used to go to Dominican Republic just to get the W's. But they don't do that anymore. I heard it's not the same anymore. But I will say that fight I will be paying attention to because I know Jihad too, like really, really good. So I wish him and his father the best. You know what I'm saying? But I heard this kid is like pretty good, so we'll see.
Um,
yeah. The,
Yeah,
the, the
Jihad
problem
coming
that
out
I
of
have with
character
Jahai
too.
Tucker, the problem that I have with Jahai Tucker in this fight is he can be reckless at times, and
Right.
he could be he could be, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, he could be lackluster on his defense at
Right,
moments in that fight. This is a
right.
guy that you can't let up on your defense because he's looking to land a clean shot. And like he's not a one punch knockout artist that from what I've seen, but he pack a punch. And
Is he a
he catch you
skillful
with a
fighter?
clean shot, he could put you down with a clean shot.
Is he a
And I
skillful
think
fighter
Giants,
though?
yeah,
Do
no,
you
he's
think?
skillful. He,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's
All
skillful.
right.
He's
I'm gonna look forward
he's
to
a
this. I'm gonna look forward to that.
yeah, he's
I'm
a
gonna,
he's a boxer puncher. He's a boxer puncher. He's
oh, he's
not
a
just a
boxer
guy that
puncher.
goes.
Got you.
Yeah, he's not a guy that's just gonna swing big shots. He's a boxer puncher. He's good on his defense. He's good with the footwork. Like this dude is good. He's not known by a lot of people, but he's good.
Mm.
Yeah, 'cause I ain't never seen him. At least I don't think I have. So I said, okay, they just giving Jahai opponent. But then I start hearing people say, I don't like this for Jahai. I'm like, well, what y'all don't like? Hey, man, I've seen this guy before. He's pretty damn skillful. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm interested in seeing that tonight.
No,
I just don't want
I've seen
I don't
John
want Jahai to
personally.
bring I don't want Jahai to bring his emotions into it.
No, I think he is. That's what I'm saying. The way he's never like got up and rushed across the screen and like you want to fight somebody, bro. Like
Yeah, that's why
that's
when
not
he
his
told him he could
character.
fight, that's why when he told him don't say nothing else to me unless you want to fight now. And I'm like, damn, Jahai, they ain't really
It's not that serious.
yo,
But
all right.
but again, that's what I'm saying about most fighters. They go outside their character and then they start losing because maybe that's what the promoters want them to do. Like beef it up. They want the controversy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I love how Eddie Hearn bigs up Jerron a lot, right? But this is the catch. Let's just do a hypothetical. What if he does lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he does lose? And the way his introduction when he explained the magnitude of this fight with Joanna against him, I was like, yo, you gotta tune in just to see that, yo, this guy's really that good. Is Boots really that good? You know, that's the type of scene that he
Well,
made me think. You know,
Xander's trying to do something that nobody has done, far as both of them are undefeated. So I look at it like this. I said this earlier. He's not only trying to beat him, but to retain the title. That says a lot. Boots is trying to get 2 more titles, right? At a new weight. So it's a lot. That's going to it's a lot, Seafood. It's a lot. They both got something to prove in there, man. So I don't know how Eddie will react because anything can happen tonight.
right,
Anything.
right.
We could sit here all we want and predict and say whatever it is that we want. But like I told people, prediction is just prediction. That doesn't mean that's exactly what's going to happen. Because
Yeah, Joe, I agree. I agree with you there.
we can go in there and we can see Xander possibly perform better than we thought. But this is where the problem comes in. I'll give the kid credit. What I don't like is how people going to say, Boots had the opportunity, man. He had the opportunity to get him out of there. I don't understand why he didn't take it.
Right,
Why did the
right,
fight? Why did the fight
right,
end up going 12 rounds?
right,
You
right.
went 12 rounds with Xander. Boots is a bum.
Well, because that's what you're gonna hear, though, bro. If he loses, that's why. That's why I feel like it's a must win for him, bro.
D
He gotta
free, D
win.
free. I'm letting you know right now, D free. I'm shutting down people's channels. I'm not going to nobody's channel if they say that because I know it's gonna happen. He went 12 rounds with Xander. Oh God,
No,
Xander.
I mean, listen. I personally think when Xander get hit one good time, he gonna start running. He ain't gonna mix it up with him, bro.
Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
listen. It can. Listen, I'm not down that it can't. I'm not down that it can't happen. I promise. I just don't want people to make no excuse for either fighter. Whatever happens tonight, sit back and just enjoy it, baby. It's boxing.
well, okay. Let me say it. Let me say it on a cultural sense. Let me say
Yeah.
something different. This is what I don't like about boxing, and because boxing can't be boxing with minority fights. I'm gonna tell you why. Because every time they big a guy up, especially when he's of color, meaning black, there's always a hate vibe that goes in.
Oh
And
yeah,
when they
yeah,
do stuff like that, it makes me want Boots to win even more because they rather take the light skinned guy over the dark skinned guy, and I don't like those narratives. And that's just facts.
yeah, yeah. Well, I tell you what,
Okay.
if anything happens and there's a stoppage and it's coming from both sides, prepare for a riot to break out in the Barclays.
I don't think it's gonna be like that. I personally don't think it's gonna be like
Let me
that,
tell you
but
something.
I
When
won't rule it out.
Shakur beat T.O., they were damn near crashing out in the crowd. I'm watching people literally, and I'm like, y'all didn't think that this dude had a chance of beating Shakur? Is that why y'all acting like that?
Yeah, but
I
but
know
Tio's
that's not
not a
what y'all thought was
but
going to
Tio's
happen.
not a Spanish favorite. Tino's
It
not a
didn't matter,
Spanish
but there
favorite.
was still people going for him, though. It was still
Yeah.
some of the Spanish going for him. But at the end of the day, y'all didn't think that he had a chance of beating Shakur. So what you crashing out for? Like, that's what we doing? Like, come on, man. It's boxing, baby. You know what I
I
mean? But
thought I thought it was ironic when they were doing that. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
listen,
But
I'm looking at people
I
literally.
just hear a lot of the people saying this. Oh, Boots is like he could possibly be upset. Oh, Zayas is is a great body puncher. Yeah, he is. But if you look at his fights, and again, we're not basing it on past fights, but if you do look at his fights, and then they compare the rate, what is that commentator, Spanish guy with dark black hair? He was interviewing Triple G's coach. Yo, this guy was hating so bad, bro.
I
And I
think you're
can't.
talking about. He's from Fight Hub. I think he's from Fight Hub. Marcus. Something. I know you talking about. I know you
Yeah,
talking about.
I don't.
Marcus.
After I seen the interview, bro, I don't like that guy, bro. That guy was hating on Boots.
You talking about Sean?
I think no,
No,
not the
no, no,
one
no.
that's
It's the other guy.
no.
It's the other guy. It's the other guy. His name is Marcus something. He has a
Yeah,
Spanish last name.
he's on. He has really dark hair, and he was interviewing. What's Triple G's last coach name? I forgot his name all of a sudden. Um,
Sanchez. Abel Sanchez.
Yeah, he was interviewing him. Yo, bro, the level of hate on that pissed me off, bro. I was like, you
Oh
know what, we
damn.
gotta stand firm for our brothers now more so because that type of vibe I was not feeling. He's a sucker. Yo, free. He's a sucker, bro. He's
Oh
a
no.
sucker. I don't like that guy, bro. Real talk.
You know when Sifu you sucker, he mad.
Yeah, I don't
That
like
nigga,
that. When I heard that interview yesterday, I was
that nigga,
pissed off. Pissed
that
off,
nigga
You know.
bro.
Seafood's get when he get mad, he forget it's 2026. That nigga think he's still in the 1970s. He may old jive turkey sucker.
Yo, that guy was talking
He
so
said,
much crap, bro. And
you job turkey sucker.
yo, he was pissing me off, bro. I was like, yo, this guy is a
No, not
sucker,
job
bro.
turkey. Not job turkey though. Damn free, not the job turkey.
Yo, free. You ever watch the interview and your facial expression turns from smiles to like anger? You ever see something like that? Because
Yeah,
what they saying is that's how I felt about it, bro. This guy was, he made me want to reach through the screen. That's how much he's pissing me off.
Now that I know you're talking about Marcus. I know exactly. I know exactly
Yeah,
who you're talking about. Yeah.
he's a sucker, bro. He's a real sucker, bro.
His
I do
hair,
not like that guy.
his hair stands up to about like right here a little bit.
He
I
looks like
know.
almost like Mexican.
Yeah. I know you're talking about Marcus. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're talking about
No, I
Marcus.
don't
You're talking
like
about
that
Marcus.
guy.
Yeah.
He's
You're talking
like,
about
Bruce
Marcus.
don't got no real resume. Bruce don't got no real resume. I don't even know if he can hurt
But
Sanders.
you know what's so crazy?
I was
They say
like,
stuff like
what?
that, forgetting that they got to run into these fighters.
Yeah, the Spanish coonery was killing me, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
He was a
It's
sucker,
crazy.
bro. He was a sucker for that. But like I said, bro, they better not ever think of like if I ever get to that level of I have a fight, his interview I'm not taking, or I might take it just to disrespect him on his channel, and then we'll step off.
Yeah, but they say stuff. They think they can say stuff because of the level that they on, forgetting that you're gonna get stepped to.
He ain't on no
Oh,
level, bro.
I didn't mean it like that. No. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear you didn't
I'm
mean it
telling
like
you,
that. You
I'm
said it.
different when it comes to stuff like that. I will really approach it. Just like I was waiting to run into Tio. I was waiting to run into him, bro. I'm
Oh yeah,
waiting
well,
on him.
you don't expect him to walk up at Hell's Gate. It ain't gonna happen.
No, what does he do? I'm still gonna step to him when I see him, but at the same
Yeah.
time, is I just don't understand a lot of the stuff that people do, man. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I understand it. Everybody, rather if you meant it or not, everybody wants a viral moment. I understand it. That's not no excuse because now you're going to have to suffer the consequences. You want to go viral so bad, you're not understanding the consequences. That's what's wrong with the world we live in today. Everybody's so fucking quick to go viral, but you don't understand there's consequences and repercussions. Now, you could go viral for something good that, you're going to get praised for it. That's cool. But if you just out there saying all types of dumb shit, knowing that I'm gonna go viral for this, but you're not understanding what comes with that, that's on you. So when you get caught, whatever happens to you, you deserve it. That's why I be like, I love him. I love BBO. I love my brother to death, but I be like, bro, I need you to relax a little bit. David Benavides shit. I need you to relax. I don't want you to be somewhere and David team around and they like, you BBO? Like, oh God, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus Christ. We can't help you. David team is too deep. Like, we can't help you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want that. There's consequences to everything. Even when you think you're getting away with something, you're not. Just because it hasn't caught up to you right then and there, that doesn't mean it won't.
True.
And I try to tell these dudes that all the time that I've been doing this for this long. I haven't got caught yet. Okay. It's going to be that one fight, like tonight. There's going to be a sucker in the building tonight that's been talking crazy, rather if he got credentials or not, and somebody going to notice him. There he go.
Yeah, I look forward to something like that, bro.
There he
Do that
go.
to me. Do
Yeah.
that to me.
There he go.
Unfortunately, it's
You've been
gonna be
talking shit about
it's gonna
Coach Seafood you've been talking shit about D3 and Coach Seafood for the last 6 months to a year. Now, if they catch you in the Barclay, you got to keep that same energy. Oh, come on, Free and Seafood. I got love for y'all. I ain't mean nothing about that. Y'all took that serious?
unfortunately,
I was just playing.
like I told y'all, it's going to be a knockout tonight. It might not be in the
Yeah.
ring, but somebody gonna get knocked out. Might not be in the ring, but somebody gonna get knocked out.
He said
It's
it
gonna
might
be a
not be in the
knockout
ring.
tonight.
Yeah. It's gonna be
He
different.
said it might
I,
not be in the ring.
like I said, I just hope it's
Yo, D3,
it's
stop
gonna be
being an
competitive the
instigator.
first 3 rounds. After that, it's gonna be wash.
All right,
After
so
that,
let's get serious. Let's get serious on a serious note.
yeah.
On a serious note, though, Free, give me what you think, right? What you think. That doesn't mean this is gonna happen. Give me what you think the first 5 rounds between Boots and Xander looks like.
I think it's gonna be back and forth. They trying to figure out which what the other guy is trying to do.
Yes.
And then it's gonna take about 3 or 4 rounds to figure out one another. Um, I think it's gonna be back and forth. I think we're gonna see what we normally see from Xander Zayas. He's gonna use his jab and move laterally. He might throw a combination here and there. I think we're going to
Mm-hmm.
see Jerome Buzenis using his jab, using his footwork, going to the body, trying to stop Xander Zayas from moving laterally. And then come round 5, round 6 is when I think the fight is going to break out.
Mm.
I think at some point they're gonna meet in the pocket, and Xander Zayas is not going to be able to get away from Jerome Buzenis, and they're gonna have to bite down on that mouthpiece and actually fight.
Interesting. Interesting. Um, the referee or the corner might have to save him from himself.
Yeah, and that's what I said about this fight. I think Xander Zayas gets stopped. I don't think he gets knocked out. I think he gets stopped because I think his corner is going to throw the towel in because he's young. Xander Zayas is 23 years old. They're not going to sit here and let Jerome Boots Ennis just beat him up to where he end up becoming damaged goods. He's a young
Yeah.
fighter. He still got a lot of boxing left in his career. So they like, hold up, if this fight's starting to be one sided, nah, we're gonna go ahead and get beat like that. We're gonna call this fight.
Yeah.
He
And
gonna beat the
I can
blood
see that
fire out of
happen.
that dude, boy.
Because I don't want it to where if something like that happens and now we don't see we don't see Xander until a year from now. You know how these guys are. Um, they take that first loss, you don't see him for about a year. You know.
I think he's gonna beat him like Lipnitz. He's gonna kill him like that. I think he's gonna crash him
Whoa,
to that
whoa,
point where he
whoa!
has to
Now,
stop him.
Seafood, watch your mouth, sir.
I'm telling you, bro.
Watch your
I'm telling
mouth,
you,
sir.
Jerron is hungry. This is gonna be a show
Well, I
out.
tell
There ain't
you
gonna
what.
be no fill out rounds,
I
nothing.
tell you what. I tell you what. Seafood. The haters and the doubters that's been constantly judging him for every opponent he's been in there with. Y'all might just be the reason why he hurt this man tonight. Because no matter what Boots does, y'all still got something to say, and y'all still gonna have something to say after tonight. But y'all gonna be the reason why if this man get hurt tonight, it'll be y'all fault. It'll be y'all fault.
But
The haters.
he gonna look. I'm gonna just be like, I don't want to sound like, I know I'm controversial sometimes, right? But I'm gonna be
Yeah.
really, really. I'm gonna be really. I usually do that for the debate. But in all consciousness, Xander, I got to give the guy credit for taking it or wanting it. And I give him credit because he does have abilities. But he's a good fighter, but he's not a great one. Boots does everything super, super great. And if he's able to take on to adjust to his speed, he has a chance, but I don't. He cannot outbox Boots, and the type of pressure that Boots is going to bring from either side, I think that Latin pride in the young guy, the maturity part is going to leave the audience, and he's going to try to bang with him at times. And when he does bang with him, he's going to get caught because Boots' jab is really good on either side, lefty or righty. His combination punches are good, and I don't think Xander is a good defensive fighter. I really don't. And this is why I was saying like an early stoppage because yo, Boots is a solid guy. Like he's a solid fighter, and I got to give him his props. But he's almost too good to be true. But people say he hasn't been tested. He hasn't been tested because everybody's afraid of him. Remember, he scared guys to come out divisions that don't want to come up in divisions and don't want to even deal with that. He's a tall
We
order, bro. He's a tall order. The only
we
problem
talk
I
about
think he's gonna have is against Fandora if he gets to fight against Fandora. It's the only fight I'm gonna like have to like seriously think about that one.
That's how you outside.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, it's gonna be different because that fight's gonna be something like, oh, that was a good one. That looks like a good one. I gotta put some thought. But I really researched Xander, his last 3, 4 fights, watched it from beginning to end a couple of times, and yo, bro, I don't see him doing nothing. I really don't. If he has to beat Boots, it would have to be early, and we know he's not doing that. So other than that, uh-uh. And Boots is in shape. He's all around in shape. He don't balloon up to crazy weight classes like Xander does. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing, Rock. So, as a fighter myself, former fighter myself, I'm telling you, that type of conditioning to going your body up and down, draining yourself is not good. The rehydration, going all the way down 40, 50 pounds to make weight, and then the next day you balloon back up because you need the IV. People are not looking at it for that. He has to do all that stuff, bro. So if he wins, yo, I'm not going to talk about boxing for 30 days.
why not?
That's the that's what I'm putting on myself. You know what I'm saying, Free? I'm putting the pressure on myself. If he wins, I'm not talking about boxing for 30 days,
Nah,
bro.
you got to come up to the live. You can't do that. You can't do that,
I'll come up
Seafood.
to the live, but I ain't making no
Hey,
comments
I got
on it.
I already got Frontline coming to the channel. I said, you're gonna have to eat this crow, or you could come and celebrate. But either way, you better show your face. Frontline was like, nah, I'm gonna show
Oh,
my face. I'm gonna show my face.
oh man, shout out Frontline, man. Shout out Frontline.
I'm dead
Yeah,
serious. 30
a lot of
days, bro.
people. But the thing is, I tell people, don't get y'all emotions involved. So when it happens, y'all on these panels crashing out. Don't do all that, man. Don't do it. It ain't that serious. You know what I
Nah, it,
mean?
it, it ain't serious. this is a fight that's good for the boxing community. I mean, you
Yeah.
want two guys that's in their prime or getting into their prime, and you want those guys to mix it up. The fight
And
this week,
listen,
the fight next week, man, we got two great weekends of fights.
that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a whole fact. And mind you, keep in mind, y'all always talking about too many of these guys. Mind you, both of these guys are undefeated. That means tonight somebody got to go. I mean, what
Yeah.
more could you ask for?
Yeah, but I don't care about the undefeated or defeated because
I'm gonna tell you why that
of the
matters.
history of the
I'm gonna
legend.
tell you why that matters. People are always talking about there's too many undefeated fighters. I want to see them go up against somebody to see what happens. Well, now we got it because if Xander was somebody with 3 or 4 or 5 losses, they'll criticize the shit out of Boots. Why is he fighting this guy? This guy got 3, 4 losses. This is the fans.
Yeah, but you gotta criticize Xander too. Why is he taking the fight?
He got
No,
3,
but
4
this is what
losses,
the-
but he still became the unified champion. So
Exactly.
what you want me to do?
This
You
is what
don't want nobody to fight him.
exactly. This is what the fans do, Seafood. This is what I'm saying. This is what they do.
Right.
If this man had 3 or 4 losses, they got something to say. He undefeated, and they still say he
They
doesn't
was already
belong here.
trying to
It's crazy.
downplay it when the fight was first made. They were like, oh, Boots about to fight
Yeah.
Xander Zayas. Y'all didn't have no problem when it was Devin Haney about to fight Xander Zayas.
Right,
They ain't had no problem with that.
Oh my loving God! Oh my loving
Yo,
God!
There
They
was
had
no
no
issue.
issue with it.
Did you hear about Sergio Mora? Sergio Mora changed his mind after he seen the weigh-in.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm going with Boots by knockout now. I was like,
I heard him when he said that. Listen, when Sergio said that, I'm sitting in front of the TV like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's what's up.
He
I was
said,
like,
what?
See, the fighters
changed
know,
his-
bro. Sergio was
He
a
changed
fighter
his
too.
vibe real quick.
He said afterwards,
He changed-
remember, those guys been there since the early first weigh-in. So they seen it, whatever they would see it besides the media weigh-in. You know what I'm saying? So all that happened that early in the morning at 9 o'clock, they not airing that. You know
See,
what I'm saying?
that's the problem when it comes to these ceremonial weigh-ins. You can't get a real judgment of how
Right.
these fighters are looking, and
Right.
that's why. And I just figured out why they started doing that. They started
Oh,
doing that because of Vegas. Vegas
Oh,
was losing a lot. Vegas was losing a lot of money because guys were seeing the actual weigh-in. They was making their bets off of the real weigh-in. Now, when you have the ceremonial weigh-in, you can't get a real feel of how these guys look. And you're like, okay, both these guys look good. So you're going to go with what you believe is going to happen. But you didn't know that guy came in drained because
right.
5-6 hours later, now he's looking full out. So you're like, okay, he look good. So
Right.
Vegas is the reason why they've been doing these ceremonial weigh-ins.
Yo, Free, did you see the odds on it too? It's like minus 500.
Yeah, it actually came down because it was Boots was minus 550 or 580. It came down to like minus 490. Came down to minus 490. But see, when it comes to that, I look at what the odds is originally. That's the real reading of what they believe this fight is going to be like. The odds change based off of if they got word that somebody's having a bad camp, or if they see too many people is betting on one side. When they see too many people betting on one side, they change the numbers because they don't want to lose money. Vegas want to win money. So they say, oh, everybody coming on this side, we got to change it. We need to bring some people back over to this side. We need to win some money one way or another.
Right. Like I said, I just hope it's going to be a very competitive fight for at least the first 3 rounds. But I think it's over in 6. I don't see it going past that. He got too much skills to let it go that far. I'm telling you, he's going to beat him like Lipness, bro. He's gonna put him down a couple of times. He'll get up and fight, and then he's going to destroy that dude. I mean, granted, most knockout artists going to get touched. They're going to get hit. You know what I'm saying? But it's what he does in the getting hit process that makes me feel like, yo, this is gonna be different.
Um, I just can't wait, man. The whole
Yeah.
card. I think this is probably the first card I'm really looking forward to seeing. And I
I
mentioned
I'm a
earlier
little
about how
I'm a little nervous about the Emiliano Vargas card and the Emiliano Vargas fight.
Yes,
I'm
me
not
too.
100% sure that
well,
Emiliano Vargas is going to win that fight.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
me
you what,
neither. Me
I've got
neither.
I've gotten to see Bryce Mills fight in person. First time I got to see him, Seafood, is when I told you I went down to the Florida Hall of Fame
Right,
during COVID. So I got to see
right.
him fight twice. 2020 and 2021, I got to see him, and man, a couple of my homeboys went upstate to see him when he fights in New York. The boy can fight. Boy can
Yeah.
fight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know he
A
can
lot
fight.
of these guys that you see on this stage are just not getting. They're not just on the card to make the card look good.
Right.
Regardless of what we think who's going to win or lose, a lot of these guys are on the card for a reason. They got all of them bring something different to the table. So a lot of people might be like, yeah, I got Emilio. Emilio should get this funny looking white boy out of here. Well, if you're thinking that, you might want to rethink that. It might not necessarily go the way y'all think it's going to go. And I like Emilio. Got nothing against him. Nothing against him. I'm a fan of him, actually. Just letting y'all know. It might not go like that.
I ain't no fan of him, but
Yeah, this dude,
I'll just, yeah,
this is the fight where you're going to see what Emiliano Vargas is made of. You're going to say,
Yes.
okay,
right,
is he really that dude or not? Because this dude that he's about to get in the ring with, he's a guy that's not going to back down from Emiliano Vargas. And if he catches
No.
Emiliano Vargas, he can hurt him.
yeah,
If he catches him, he can hurt him.
yeah. I think he's gonna. I like I said. I mean, you don't want to see the disappointment in the family tree. You know what I'm saying? Based on the bloodline of it, but I don't know, man. This kid gave me a feel. He gave me a feeling when I seen him in the weigh-in. You know, I was like, ooh, he's in shape. He looked like a nice mean guy. You know, so
A
I was like,
nice
oh,
guy.
he looked like a nice mean guy. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
but that's
This is
What's
the
going on,
first card.
Bronze?
This is the first card I've seen where how you look at cards and you go, who the hell are these dudes on this undercard? You ever seen a
Yeah,
fight
because
where
they
you
see.
be like, who's on this undercard? I'm not familiar with any of these guys. Every single guy that's on this card, just about, I'm familiar with. So
right.
it makes me want to watch it even more. Where I'm like,
Causes
okay,
the engine to run.
this is gonna be, man. This is gonna be interesting tonight. People, I think tonight are gonna get their money's worth at the Barclay, because you know how the Barclay Center feel already. If it's no big fights going on, they really don't be wanting no boxing going on there because they be wanting
Right.
big fights. They don't want just boxing at the Barclay. If that ain't no big fight, they don't want it. That's why when boxing was dry at the Barclay, they like, yo, what's going on? Because if it ain't
Right.
no big fight, they don't want that shit, and I don't blame them because the venue has to make money too.
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right
That's what
about
people
that.
don't understand. Everybody
Yeah.
thinks that these guys are just walking in the building. Y'all think these promoters are just walking into the building saying, "Look, we want to have a fight here. All right, so just move out our way and let us do our show."
Right. Right. Right.
Don't work like that. The venue got to make money because in order for the employees of the venue to get paid, they got to make money.
I think it's
They
gonna be
got
a
to
good
make money.
fight. I
Yeah,
just
you know
really
what I'm saying?
the Jahad Tucker one is the one I really want to watch along with the boots. And then the Emilio thing is kind of interests me, but
Well,
I don't really care about him too much.
I will definitely blame D Free. If anything happens to Jahad Tucker tonight, I'm definitely blaming D Free for it.
Wow. Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
blaming D Free for it.
You see what he said? That's
I'm
crazy.
definitely blaming him for it. Definitely.
So,
So, you know, definitely blaming D Free. I gotta blame somebody. And D Free just happens to be the person to blame for it. We gotta blame D Free for a lot of shit, even though it's not his fault. Just because, you know, If my
Blame me.
cookout
Blame me for
if
what?
my cookout goes wrong on the 15th of August, who do you think I'm blaming, Seafood? I'm blaming D Free.
I'm gonna blame you because your ass the one ate all the goddamn food.
Because if
You
the
coming
burgers
in
get burnt,
coming on.
if the burgers get burnt
Hey,
or anything happens, I'm blaming Free. You know what I'm saying? If Mrs. Free tell me that she's not having a good time, I'm blaming the husband for it.
if the burgers
I
get
just
burnt,
need somebody to
I'm
point the
blaming
finger at.
Clarence. I'm blaming Clarence because y'all already know Clarence fingers is greasy. So when he grabbed the burgers, it's still cooking in his hand because his fingers greasy. So the burger's still cooking. It ain't getting no time to cool off. They still cooking. I'm like, damn, no, my burger tastes like sawdust. He dried that bitch out with his damn fingers. Clarence, the only person I know, he don't use a spatula to flip his meat. He grab the burgers by hand and just turn them over. I'm like, dog, where the spatula at? I don't need that, dog. I got that. I've been doing this for years. I got that. I don't need no daggone spatula, dog. Spatulas for punks. A real man flip it over with their fingers. That nigga flipping burgers over with his fingers,
Oh,
picking up hot dogs, putting them in
hold
his
on.
hand.
Wait a minute. Flipping burgers over with your head or the grill is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yo,
Spatulas for
don't know
punks.
real men
Real
use a
nigga,
spatula.
real
They use
dudes
their
flip it
hands.
over with their hands. That's what Clarence said all every day. Man, spatulas for punks. You flip it over with your fingers. Just
Yo,
grab it. Man, it ain't that hot. Just grab it. Clarence,
yo.
everybody fingers ain't grease coated like yours. We ain't got the protection on our fingers like you do.
he said, he said grease coated. Oh man, that is funny.
You see why I
Grease
don't like
coated.
talking to him, Seafood? This is why I don't like talking to Free. This is why I don't like talking to him, yo. I
He
swear.
said grease coated.
This
That's
is
hell,
exactly
bro.
why Free has a special table to
Oh
sit
man.
at when he comes. This is exactly
Y'all,
why his
y'all
table is
shake
separated.
every time y'all shake Clarence' hand. You be like, man, this nigga got on latex gloves. Nah, that's just his hands, though. They grease coated. They grease coated. They just look like latex.
Yo, you know what?
Oh man.
You know what? It's too early in the damn morning for this, man. It's too early. It's too early.
I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna even condone your behavior. I'm not. Like, Jesus Christ,
You
man.
gonna blame me for everything. I ain't got nothing
That's
to do with
hilarious,
nothing.
bro.
Stupid. Only him, Seafood. Only Free. Only Free. Free, man. No, but mind you, tomorrow now, Free. Mind you, gentlemen. I know everybody's gonna be on tonight, but mind you, we got the El Rayo De Los Santos rematch tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that too. I will be watching that as well.
That one is going. Yo, that first, like I said, that first one, he abused him. De Los Santos abused him in that first one. I mean, damn.
Man, De Los Santos should be still locked up for that abuse that he put on El Rayo. That was an attempted murder charge.
Hey,
That
I don't know,
in any other form of life, he would have been charged with attempted murder. That man, he
but you know
beat
what
El
though?
Rayo like uh,
But
he
if
beat
you
El
go
Rayo like El Rayo was talking about his wife and kids.
if you were gonna lock De Los Santos up, you damn sure was gonna have to go to your fam and lock him up too. You had to lock Gary Antoine up too, because that was a bad one he put
Oh
on them. That was a bad one.
yeah, I mean yeah, but see Antoine would have got assault and battery. El Rayo, De Los Santos would have got attempted murder. Those two different sentences. You got one that's getting
Hold on.
5 to 10. You got another one that's getting 15 to life. There's two different type of sentences. I take the assault and battery. That's 5 to 10. Okay, I take that. You got attempted murder.
Oh,
Oh
wait a
man, I'm
minute.
gonna be gone for a minute.
Not attempt murder. Damn. Not attempt murder. So what would you gave so Crawford versus Spence, what you gave Bud? What time would
Oh,
Bud get?
that was attempted murder as well.
Oh damn.
That was attempted murder.
So
Anytime,
Benavidez.
anytime
So
a
be
person, anytime, anytime a person go into a fight looking like a human being, he comes out and you thought that man played on the fourth episode of Alien. You like, hold up, when did this dude put on a costume? I watched the whole fight. He was in the corner. He never went to the back. When did they put a mask on this dude's face? Oh, they ain't put no mask. That's his swelling. That's the swelling. They put that man literally looked like he had a whole different face.
He put a mask on. Oh God. Oh, so I ain't gonna ask you about Zerto and David Benavidez. I ain't gonna ask you about that then.
Oh, that was a straight, that was a murder charge. He straight up killed him.
Oh my God.
That was no question, dog. We all seen that in live TV, dog.
Yes.
It wasn't even no trial for that one. He went straight to jail.
He
They were like,
said
all right,
what no
put your hands
job.
behind your back. All they were deciding was what penitentiary they gonna send him to. It wasn't even no trial for that one. They were just trying to
Yo,
decide what penitentiary they were gonna send
I
him to.
felt
Was
bad
he
for
gonna
my
go
guy.
to
I was
was
like,
he gonna go to
damn.
max security, or was he gonna go to the population? That's all. That's what they were trying to figure out.
Man. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, yo. Yeah, but that's gonna be a good one tomorrow. I don't know who else is on that card that they on, but I'm gonna watch it anyway. And then of course, we got the big 4th of July week. Um, Abdullah Mason, Shoo Shoo. This will be the first time in a while we have seen Tiger Johnson. First time in a while.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see what goes on with him. Because we always see Abdullah and Shoo. So yeah.
yeah.
But
I'm still convinced that this fight with Abdullah and Albert Bell is probably gonna go down similar to Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, because these guys know each other very well. They spar multiple times. Like, um, Albert Bell just did an interview with Cam J where he said he sparred Abdullah Mason like 6 times last year. He
damn.
hasn't sparred with him. He hasn't sparred with him this year, and that was only last year alone. That's not talking about all of the other times that he sparred with Abdullah Mason.
Well,
Abdullah Mason, like I said yesterday on Cam J, Abdullah Mason probably sparred with Albert Bell more times than he sparred with anybody else. Him and Albert Bell probably been in the ring probably about 20 different times sparring.
yeah.
So
I'm glad to see Albert
I'm not
Bell.
gonna be surprised if that fight ends in a draw. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised
I'm
at
glad to
all.
see Albert Bell's in this position because he's come a long way. He's not a newcomer. He's been around for a little while. I'm glad to see him in this position. And this is the reason why y'all go, why is he fighting him? A lot of these guys, whether if they knew or not, especially the ones that have been around for a while, you'll be amazed that as long as they've been around the sport of boxing, none of them really got the opportunity that they wanted. So I'm not mad to see Albert in this. I'm not mad to see him in it. Not because he's a
Yeah, it's
name, but because he's been around for a while. And then when you're doing a
well,
hometown fight, what better to take 2 guys from Ohio?
I mean, but it's about time, because
Yeah,
Albert Bell was never Roddy's #1 contender, and they wouldn't give Albert Bell that fight. And there
exactly.
was a reason why they wouldn't give Albert Bell that fight, because Albert Bell might have beat Neverati, and they was trying to make money off of Neverati. And so
Yeah,
they never gave Albert Bell that fight, and they was both with Top Rank at the time. And anytime you got 2 guys that's with the same promotional company, one guy's a #1 contender, and they don't make him the mandatory, there's a reason why. Because the same people that's riding for the champion is the same people that will petition to become the mandatory for the #1 contender. So
Yeah,
there was no reason why Top Rank didn't petition for Albert Bell to be the #1 contender outside of they don't want to make that fight with Albert Bell.
yeah, yeah. Well, guess what? Now it's here, baby. I'm glad that he got it. I'm glad. That's why a lot of these guys is getting the opportunity. Albert Bell, Bryce Mills, Jahad Tucker, uh, even to see Tiger Johnson come back. Um, it's beautiful, man. So how can we sit and complain and look in the camera and say boxing's dead? It's boring. I haven't got one fight yet that I'm interested in seeing. How? I don't get
I
it.
mean, and this is what I've been saying when people keep saying, "Oh, boxing is dying." No, we got good fights that's happening. I don't know what are y'all talking about. You're not gonna
Maybe
get
maybe we should maybe they in
you're not gonna
boxing
get
maybe free in
like
boxing maybe they should do a battle royal rumble like they do in wrestling and throw some of your damn favorite fighters in the damn ring and then hopefully the one that you like will be the last one standing because I don't know what they want. I don't know what they
see, but
want.
the thing is, you're not gonna get blockbuster fights every single weekend. It's just not gonna happen.
No.
Not in this day and time. It's you got too many guys that signed to the same promotional company, and everybody is not going to be able to get on that card. Everybody's not going to be able to get on that card, or you're not going to be able to get every fight that you want because other guys got other. I mean, guys got other plans. Everybody don't have the same plan that you have for them. They don't
Yeah.
have the same plan that you have for them. Oh, why this guy not fight him? Because that's not in the plans for him to fight.
No.
They, that's not in his plans. Oh,
Yeah.
why he not calling for this guy? Y'all worried about somebody calling somebody out. I'm worried about who's sending the offer. I don't care about the call out. Who's sending the offer? Oh, he
Yeah.
called this person out. Yeah, that's good. But are they going to send an offer? Yeah, he called him out. He wants the fight. But are they going to send an offer?
That-
I don't care about the call outs.
yeah, that's what they don't they seem to not they seem to not understand that and get it that that's how that
That's a
works.
goddamn
But
roadblock.
you know,
And that's what I was telling you.
it is what it is, man. So it's going down tonight. Ron Bruce Ennis and Zayas, the whole card. So we'll 9 to 10. We'll come back tomorrow morning to not only talk about tonight, but we'll be back tomorrow morning to talk about tomorrow's fight. De Los Santos, El Rayo rematch. I'm gonna set the live up for that. And we'll go from there. We'll go from there. Brother Free, I'm gonna take this.
Yeah.
Hold on. What? Let me stay for 2 more minutes. There's no point in shutting it down now. Let me just get those 2 hours in. Uh, what you got going for the rest of the day though, Free? I'm sure by the time you run around, take care of what you gotta take care of, you'll be home to sit and watch the fight.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do some DoorDash while she at work, while she making money. I'm probably gonna go out here and make some money myself. And then she gets off at 3 o'clock. I gotta go pick up a fish tank, and then I'm gonna be in the house for the rest of the day. Somebody's selling me a 75-gallon tank for $50. I was like, I gotta take that. Cause the
Oh
75
wow.
gallon fish tank, them joints going for like $250, $300. So they
Damn.
said I mean, this lady said she'll sell it for 50. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go grab that. I ain't gonna find that deal nowhere else. So,
Yeah, no, you ain't.
um,
You not.
so
You not.
I'm gonna be doing a little bit riding around, making some money, and then
Yeah, I gotta go to
come
work.
back, wait for her to get off of work, and then
Yeah, I gotta go to work
I'm
today.
chilling.
I'm gonna watch the prelims because I'm gonna be at work, so I'm gonna watch the prelims while I'm at work. I get off about 7:30, so I'll be home. I'll be home in time to before everything gets going. So I'll be there. All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all. Everybody be safe out there. Continue to protect your peace, space, surroundings. We'll be back 7:30 tomorrow morning. Everybody enjoy the fight. Be safe out there. You know what it is. It's the No Dunk Zone podcast. Let's go.
All right.